Okay, so welcome again to our first week of the course. This will be one of 5 videos that I will use to kind of introduce new material for the week. Today what I want to do is I want to start you out with just by stating a definition of the EHR, and I know we did this in our introduction, but let's listen to a little different one now. This one's put together by Grimson. All right, and remember, my thought on the EHR is it tells a story. It tells a big story of any trials, tribulations that take place in patient care in the hospital setting, the clinical setting. So here's Grimson. The electronic health record is a cradle-to-grave systematic collection of a patient's health information that includes a wide range of data types, including demographics, medical history, medications, allergies, immunization status, laboratory test results, radiology images, vital signs, personal measurements such as height, weight, age, heart rate, pulse, and billing information, all of which are shareable across healthcare settings. Very comprehensive definition provided by Grimson. All right, let's talk about the week here. Unit 1 serves as an introduction to the subject of EHR and medical practices. The materials from our first lesson actually come from the official curriculum materials produced by the ONC. Remember, ONC, Office of the National Coordinator for Health IT. All right, and recognize that it is one of the very important bodies for health IT because it's a component of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and really is the principal federal entity charged with the whole coordination of our national efforts to implement electronic exchange of health information. All right. So lesson 1, I included a link to the healthit.gov website. Great website. I've also listed out, you'll find 8 hyperlinks there. Please read through those, and you'll find there's some review questions that are associated with material that's found in there. Also, there's a presentation in there, and that material does come from the ONC, so go through and read that information, please. All right. Lessons 2 and 3 are going to come from the GuardKey textbook. Lesson 2 and 3 are both found in Chapter 1. They provide an overview of the EHR. I talk about high-tech and the concept of meaningful implementation. All right, and meaningful implementation through the HIT Act actually comes in 3 different phases. Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. Workflow is really an important concept with the EHR and in a medical clinic. And workflow, quick definition, is workflow documentation. It provides a record detailing the entire patient visit. Okay, everything from scheduling the appointment all the way to then where they check out of the clinic. So when moving from a paper record system to the electronic health system, workflow is going to get altered a little bit. And we're hopeful, our strategy here, if we've done it right, is that it will improve workflow. Okay. Lastly, we'll examine the process of documenting patient information at the clinical point of care. So one of the goals of EHR systems to improve accuracy and completion of the patient record is to document at the time care is given, not later, not coming back to it. And there's a variety of reasons which we'll study for it. As an example, 1, patient records are shared with all sorts of practitioners. There's just not a single entity involved, especially when you start looking at all the clinical expertise from the various individuals, say in a large hospital. If we can be timely and get that information up and out there, others can access it and decisions can ensue as a result of that. All right, we have one applied case study, okay, one software simulation at all. Really, this one, I find this one the most disjointed because there's a lot of little miscellaneous activities. So you'll find I put together a worksheet with some instructions on how to process through that. One of the activities that you'll be required to do is do an installation of the MedSim software. All right, there is a very, very good video that's put together by Pearson, and I will leave a link in the LMS system, the learning management system, so you can access that. Please watch that first. You'll also find the activities are both in the MedSim package and then in the My Health Professions. Is it myhealthprofessions.com, I believe, is the website. Go on in there, and there's a little bit of activity in there as well. So this is our first one of 8, and this one I'll just warn you, it's a little bit disjointed, but it'll be good to get us started. One of the really just easy little software skills that you need to master is the ability to take a screen snapshot, which, by the way, is really helpful if you have a problem with your computer and you want to share that information with somebody that's in technical support. If you can take a snapshot of the screen or a particular window you're seeing and then pass that on. I use this a lot as a tutorial tool. You'll see little screen snapshots. It's really easy to do. You hold down, if you're on a Windows platform, you hold down the Control and Alt key and then hit your print screen key, which is usually in the upper right hand corner somewhere of your keyboard. You'll have to find that. What that does is take whatever window we have that's currently displayed and it will copy it onto the Windows clipboard. From there you can paste it into a Word document, an email, all sorts of things from there. So that's really helpful. Lastly, the final thought I'll leave you with here is please recognize that computing requires precision. These are machines. They can't always understand what we want them to do. Okay, so as we, and really it's a good lesson as a clinician or practitioner that accuracy is a required outcome if there's going to be efficacy in the use of the electronic health record. So, having stated that, please be sure to read carefully and follow directions when completing all your activities. I hope you have a great week.